Good morning. For those of you just joining us, welcome to the College of Arts and Sciences undergraduate commencement ceremony for arts, natural sciences, mathematics, and interdisciplinary programs. I'm Despina Stratigakis, Vice Provost for Inclusive Excellence here at UB. This morning, we've been enjoying a performance by graduating students from the Department of Theater and Dance, vocalists Taylor Burrows and Selena Iozzo, and our pianist, music theater lecturer, Allison D'Amato. Please join me in thanking them. I would like to remind you to please silence your cell phones. Also, we ask that family members and guests refrain from entering the main floor area to take photos. A professional photographer We'll be taking photographs of each graduating student. Contact information for the photography studio is located on page 45 of the printed commencement program. Today's ceremony is being live streamed online. Shortly following commencement weekend, the ceremony will be available for post-ceremony online viewing. Information will be available at buffalo.edu/commencement. Families and friends of our graduates, if I could please ask that you take a seat at this time in order to allow the graduates to join us. Thank you. Our processional and recessional music today will be performed by the Norwood Brass. Please join me in welcoming the Norwood Brass. Ladies and gentlemen, let's bring in our class of 2019. Today's procession is the Commencement Marshal team, which includes our College Marshal, Charles E. Mitchell, SUNY Distinguished Teaching Professor, Department of Geology. Our Student Banner Marshal, Madeline Elmanowski from the Social Sciences Interdisciplinary Program. Next, we have 4 Commencement Marshals. 3 marshals are associate deans within the college, and 1 serves as department chair. Leading the column on the left as you're looking toward the stage are Claire Shen, Professor, Department of History, and Gerald Kudelka, Professor, Department of Biological Sciences. Leading the column on the right are Robert Edelman, Professor and Chair, Department of Sociology, and Chris Jaden, Professor, Department of Communicative Disorders and Sciences. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming the University at Buffalo's class of 2019. At this time, we would ask that all students please stand while members of UB's faculty and staff and the platform party enter the arena. Please welcome the university's marching faculty and staff. Next, we have today's platform party. They are led by our mace bearer, Thomas Ralabate, Professor of Theater and Dance. Our platform marshals are Derek Daniels, Professor, Department of Psychology and Director of the Center for Ingestive Behavior Research, and Maureen Jameson, Associate Professor, Department of Romance Languages and Literature. Our platform party includes senior members of UB's academic and administrative units and SUNY's distinguished faculty. They are joined on the platform today by our speakers. UB's 15th President Satish K. Tripathi closes out today's reception. Please be seated. From the Department of Theater and Dance, Professor Thomas Ralabate, mace bearer, will officially open the ceremony. Professor Ralabate.
Thank you. Council members Dandies and Hayflick, President Tripathi, the graduates, the candidates for degrees, the faculty, the staff, and the parents, families and friends of the graduates and candidates are now assembled. I hereby declare this commencement of the University at Buffalo to be open.
Thank you, Professor Ralabate. Good morning. I'm Graham Hamill, Vice Provost for Educational Affairs and Dean of the Graduate School. On behalf of the University at Buffalo community, it is my pleasure to welcome you to this College of Arts and Sciences undergraduate commencement ceremony for arts, natural sciences, mathematics, and interdisciplinary programs. I would like to begin by acknowledging the land upon which the University at Buffalo operates, which is the territory of the Seneca Nation, a member of the Haudenosaunee Six Nations Confederacy. Today, this region is still the home to the Haudenosaunee people, and we are grateful for the opportunity to live, work, and share ideas in this territory. This is a very special day for our graduates and for our entire university. Each spring, the university's faculty, staff, celebrate the accomplishments and great promises of our graduating students as they prepare to embark on the exciting academic and professional paths that their UB education has prepared them to pursue. Over 700 degree candidates registered to participate in today's ceremony. Your enthusiasm has brought an equally enthusiastic response from your families and friends. We are so very pleased that you could all join us today for this very special campus celebration. We ask you now to join in the singing of our national anthem, to be performed by Taylor Burrows and Selena Iazo, who are both graduating today with a Bachelor of Fine Arts degree in music theater. Accompanying them on the piano will be music theory lecturer Allison D'Amato. Please stand if you are able, and gentlemen, please remove your caps.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. Thank you, Taylor, Selena, and Allison. It is my pleasure to introduce some special guests. On our platform, we are honored to be joined by members of the University at Buffalo Council, alumni Mr. Jonathan Dandies and Ms. June Hayflick, University at Buffalo President Dr. Satish K. Tripathi, and we're so pleased to be joined by a number of our University at Buffalo Vice Presidents and Vice Provosts. Many UB faculty and staff members are participating in this morning's ceremony. They share our great pride in the class of 2019, and they represent the greatest asset that we offer to our students. Please join me in thanking our faculty and staff for their outstanding work and their commitment to our university community. And before I go on, I'd like to ask any veterans and those actively serving in the U.S. Armed Forces to please stand and be recognized. On behalf of the University at Buffalo, the College of Arts and Sciences, and everyone here, we thank you for your service. It is now my pleasure to present the President of the University at Buffalo, Satish K. Tripathi, who will be followed by Robin Schultze, Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences.
Good morning. To all our guests, welcome to the University at Buffalo. It is wonderful to have you with us to celebrate this joyous occasion. While your graduate has benefited from many academic mentors, it is you, proud family members and friends, who have served as your graduate's life mentor. So before the degrees are conferred, I would like to thank all of you for everything you have done to make this moment possible. And now, at last, here it is. Graduates, you have reached a major milestone. And I'm so excited to be among the first to congratulate you, the Arts and Sciences undergraduate class of 2019, on this wonderful achievement. It is cause for elation and celebration. It is the moment when everything crystallizes. Your toil, your determination, your perseverance. You're about to have that well-earned diploma in hand, and with it, I suspect, a sense of great fulfillment in your heart. At the same time, it is my sincere hope that your UB education has reinforced our collective value of humility in public service. As members of a public research university, we seek to discover and innovate not for self-glorification or self-aggrandizement, but so we may contribute to the greater good. Serving many and serving meaningfully has always been the centerpiece of UB's mission. We embrace service before self. We are guided by the principle of informed, engaged citizenship as the antidote to indifference. And when we engage with others, we are not compelled to impose our views upon them. Rather, we listen to each other respectfully, even when we disagree. That is the essence of humility. It is selfness rather than self-seeking. Let's be clear, humility does not prevent us from having lofty ambitions. Rather, it helps us achieve lofty ambitions without having a lofty view of ourselves. Increasingly, humility is recognized as the differentiator between a good leader and a great leader. Indeed, our own UB researchers have found that the most effective leaders are humble leaders. If we appreciate that we don't have all the answers, we are open and eager to learn from others. We intellectually are curious. We welcome the contrarian viewpoints. We collaborate without bias. With true humility, we are able to fulfill our civic responsibility. Class of 2019, in preparing you to lead effectively and ethically in our 21st century world, we have seen you put this virtue and value into action. Among many examples, you have done this by confronting the challenge of climate change by helping companies reduce their carbon footprint, collaborating on the design of an international exhibit that will be installed at the prestigious Prague Quadrennial, and providing high-quality music instruction to refugees and immigrant children. Like your children and loved ones, we are very proud of all you have accomplished at UB. And we look forward to seeing the impact of all your accomplishments moving forward. Graduates, with today's ceremony, you conclude a significant passage in your academic journey. But your journey as a learner never truly ends. If we have prepared you well in your UB education, you will continue to seek answers about your field throughout your career. And you will continue to seek a deeper understanding of the world throughout your life. On this journey, may you put your precious knowledge to its best use. May you be guided by curiosity, integrity, and a desire to serve the public good. As the courageous South African leader Nelson Mandela once said, "What counts in life is not the mere fact that we have lived. It is what difference we have made to the lives of others that will determine the significance of life we lead." Once again, congratulations, class of 2019, and all my best wishes to the journey ahead.
Congratulations, class of 2019. You are special. The fact that you are sitting here means that you have done everything right. You are graduates of a first-class, world-class research institution, and I am very proud of you and everything you have achieved at UB. By virtue of your education in this great college, at this truly great university, you are now armed and ready to head out into the world. Now, I'm not much for military metaphors, but I feel moved to make an exception because I am a serious fan of Game of Thrones. Now, I realize that swords and spears and ships and castles and wildfire and court intrigues and zombies and, of course, dragons might seem far removed from your experience or from our experience, but I really don't think they are. You have learned a lot of lessons here at UB that life in Westeros offers. And I'm an English professor, so bear with me, it's metaphor time. First, the fact that you are sitting here means that you are not among the armies of the dead. You are the best of the living. You are the curious, the intelligent, the inspired. And you have lived in Buffalo, our outpost below the land of always winter. And so, by association, you are all people of the North, unfazed by the cold, resilient and resourceful, and determined to be free. Like Sam, you've learned that books and libraries and labs are valuable things. You've learned to be tenacious in the pursuit of knowledge and that you know will save lives. And when you need to learn something, you won't take no for an answer. Like Jon Snow, you've learned that actions matter more than idle talk and that pride is a luxury that we can't afford when we are faced with serious problems that need solving. Like John, you've learned that our collective future depends on collaboration. Like Tyrion, you have learned that diplomacy is critical and that real change depends on respecting people's differences and that cultures and beliefs and stories matter very deeply. And like Sansa, you've learned to think critically about the world around you and to weigh what people say very carefully. You have learned to be the smartest person in the room. And like Arya, you've learned that if you work and work and work and work in the dark, you will eventually be able to see and adapt again and again. You've learned that if robbed of your left hand, you can skillfully switch to your right and deliver the blow that changes everything. And you're going to have to be smarter and stronger and more determined than ever before. You're going to have to fight to keep all of this alive. Science, art, literature, and culture, the values of honesty, respect, empathy, determination, and generosity that makes us our better selves. The stakes are very high. Will humanity survive or not? That question is not a metaphor, not figurative, but literal. The future is up to you, and you are ready to fight for it. So congratulations. Today, we wish to acknowledge exceptional graduating students who have received two particular honors, recipients of the State University of New York's Chancellor Award for Student Excellence and our College of Arts and Sciences Outstanding Seniors. Information about these awards and biographical notes on the recipients can be found on pages 14 through 22 of your program. Recipients of the SUNY Chancellor's Award for Student Excellence recently attended a reception hosted by SUNY Chancellor Christina Johnson in Albany. At that time, they were each presented with their award. Several of these students are part of our Humanities and Social Sciences ceremony this afternoon, and 6 are participating in this morning's ceremony. Students, as I call your name, please stand. Audience members, please hold your applause until I've read all of their names. Julia Ann Cordani, Linguistics and Music. Destiny Diaz, Mathematics. Gunnar J. Habrel, Political Science and Social Sciences Interdisciplinary. Jesse A. Pelosi, Biological Sciences and Environmental Geosciences. Anthony Taboni, Mathematics and Political Science. And Julia V. Cabral, Mathematics and Physics. Congratulations, students. Please take your seats. Departments within the College of Arts and Sciences have selected graduates to be honored with the Outstanding Senior Award. Recipients were each presented with their award at an awards ceremony and reception that I hosted on campus last month. At this time, I will introduce the outstanding seniors who are part of this morning's ceremony by department. Students, as I call your name, please stand. Audience members, again, please hold your applause until I've read all the names. Grace Clack, Art. Jesse Pelosi, Biological Sciences and Environmental Geosciences. Stephen D. Caro, Chemistry. Kayla V. Hollister, Geology. Matthew Eichhorn, Mathematics. Alexa Ann Rusin, Media Study. Julia Ann Cordani, Music. Julia V. Cabral, Physics. Mathanya Volmi, Social Sciences Interdisciplinary. And Catherine Metzler, Theater and Dance. Congratulations. Please be seated. Next, I have the absolute pleasure of introducing our student speaker, Anissa Evelyn of Monroe, New York. Anissa graduates today magna cum laude with a Bachelor of Arts in Social Sciences Interdisciplinary with a focus on health and human services. A short biographical note about Anissa can be found on page 23 of your program book.
Thank you, Dean Schulze. Good morning, everyone. I would like to give a special welcome and thank you to my family for being here so that we may share this moment with one another. You may be wondering why I've only taken the time to welcome my family. Though we may be classmates, friends, faculty, and community, you and I both know that here at UB, we're family. I've seen this in every experience and opportunity I've been afforded here at UB. Like many of you, I have been heavily involved on campus during my time at UB. Even though I've done a lot here, I'd like to tell you about one specific time when I felt the true meaning of the UB family. I was an orientation leader, and a part of our job was to introduce new students to life at UB. We were forced, recommended, to mingle with students and their families during dinner. I saw one student who was sitting alone, and he looked a little anxious and shy. When looking at him, I instantly put my big sister hat on, and I knew what I needed to do. I sat down next to him, and we started to talk. I learned that he really liked chocolate milk, but was too nervous to ask the staff for a cup. When he left to go throw out his dinner, I left him a tall glass of chocolate milk and went on to do other things. I didn't realize the impact this had on him until later on, at the end of orientation. He and his family came up to me with tears in their eyes, thanking me for helping him feel at home. In that moment, I realized how at UB, we instantly become family. I tell this story to emphasize how much I truly love this university for the home it's created for all of us. So it's only been right for me to pay it forward by helping other students feel included in the UB family however I can. Family. The word I have now mentioned so many times. When thinking about family, we all may think of something different. Some may think of challenges, arguments, and feuds, or maybe love, growth, and support. These are all things that anyone who is a part of the UB family knows well. Challenges, like getting through the test you have tomorrow that you barely studied for because Netflix felt way more important. Arguments, like the fights you had with your best friend over whether to go out for Thirsty Thursday or to stay in like good students should. But don't worry, we always show studying, of course. Feuds, the one you have with yourself because you just remembered you had assignment due at midnight and it's now 11:20 p.m. But somehow, and weird enough, we always got it done. Love, like the feeling you had after getting an A on the paper you worked on for 2 hours, 2 days. Growth, realizing that by senior year, you no longer need to carry around 4 textbooks, 2 binders, and 25 pens to be successful in class. Just 1 pen will do. And finally, support. finding that group of friends who share and support your vision of a successful future. Like one day, Ellen DeGeneres actually emailing you back and inviting you to her show. Come on, you know we've all thought about it before. Think back on our first year and the goals we set for ourselves. And look how we finally accomplished them. And you know how I know we all accomplished our goals? Because we're in this space, ready to graduate. I would like to congratulate the UB class of 2019 on this amazing accomplishment, and I cannot wait to see us all as a UB alumni, always being able to share these memories as family, changing the world like UB changed us. Thank you.
Congratulations. Lovely. Terrific. Thank you, Anissa. The competition for the commencement student speaker was open to all graduating seniors in the College of Arts and Sciences. Anissa was selected by a committee of faculty, staff, and a student representative after completing a highly competitive application and audition process. She will be receiving a 2019 class ring provided by Jostens and the University at Buffalo. On behalf of the College of Arts and Sciences, we wish you the very best. Again, give it up for Anissa. Woo! The College of Arts and Sciences asked graduating students to nominate a faculty speaker. Students could select any member of the faculty from whom they wanted to hear a parting message. From this process emerged two professors who clearly had a major impact on many of our students. Biographical notes on these individuals can be found on page 24 of your program. And it is my sincere pleasure to introduce our faculty speaker for this morning's ceremony, John Ringland, Associate Professor of the Department of Mathematics.
Good morning, everyone. Students, family members, and friends, it's a great honor to have the opportunity to speak to you on this significant and happy occasion. Common advice for someone giving an address like this is to begin with humor. And I had big ambitions until I asked myself, is it really fair to subject you all to my first attempt at stand-up? I thought probably not. And I'd better dive right into the serious stuff, especially since I've been asked to limit my remarks to 67 minutes. Wait, 6 to 7 minutes. That's okay, I can just leave out the proofs of the theorems. Of the thousands of students whose graduation we're celebrating today, I have the privilege of knowing perhaps 100 of you. Enough for me to be aware of the diverse challenges you have overcome to get to this point today. Some of you have worked long hours to make ends meet while staying on top of your studies. Others have persevered in the face of illness, culture shock, and other hardships. And I'm sure none of you think it's been easy in every respect. So I salute all of you for your accomplishment, and I humbly offer the following 4 suggestions. Number 1, click up. I'll explain what I mean by that. The internet provides almost limitless opportunities for you to continue your education after your formal schooling ends, largely free of charge, in countless directions, and in principle under your own control. Unfortunately, at the same time, it also provides limitless time-wasting distraction. Take YouTube. It's extremely useful on a practical level, of course. I'm sure many of you have found in it the knowledge and confidence to tackle jobs like fixing your cracked phone screen or car taillight. But after you've watched that useful video, recommendations for other things are provided. And if you let your lower reptilian brain have control, the recommendation engine tends to drag you down to places you really don't want to go. Any dark or worthless thing you'd care to mention is probably 6 clicks away at most. But if you click up, that is, force your best self to take control, that same recommendation engine can help you find real treasure that's educational in the most valuable ways. For example, you can find musical prodigy Jacob Collier spending hours harmonizing a melody sent to him by a fan. To see genius like his in operation, unfiltered and up close, is truly mind-expanding. Or you can find long videos of a quietly remarkable person from Saugerties, New York, named Andrew Camerata, who, while building a gravel road through the woods or putting in a septic system, provides perfect object lessons in the power of persistence and of not losing your temper when confronted with unexpected inconvenience. If you click up, the opportunities for education and inspiration are enormous. Number 2, keep a notebook. I'm talking about a physical notebook that you write in with an actual pen. This can provide a quiet space away from social media where you can have a frank conversation with yourself, maybe even a confrontational one, about where you are, where you want to go, and what it's going to take to get there. I've found this kind of writing almost miraculously effective at times for making real progress in my thoughts instead of spinning my wheels or going in circles. And I recommend it particularly to those of you who are still figuring out what your next steps will be. Number 3, buckle up for AI. We stand at the threshold of the age of artificial intelligence. And over the course of your career, I believe AI is going to transform human society almost beyond recognition. I don't know what it's going to look like, even though I work in the field. So it's hard to offer concrete advice. The best I can do is urge you, for our collective benefit, to have a voice in the way AI is allowed to enter our lives, and for your personal benefit, to figuratively fasten your seatbelt, keep scanning ahead as far as you can see, and be prepared to change lanes rapidly and often. Number 4, be kind and considerate. In physics, which is what my degrees are in, we say energy cannot be destroyed or created, and every action has an equal and opposite reaction. Quite unlike that, interactions among people are far from being a zero-sum game. And in fact, the lift you give to others by acting with kindness and consideration is usually many times what it costs you to provide it. So by acting in this way, you add appreciably to the total good in the world. That's my advice. I'd like to conclude by saying, on behalf of all the professors at UB, we share the pride and happiness you feel in your accomplishments that we're going to recognize one by one in just a moment. So UB Class of 2019, to every one of you and to your families, our sincere congratulations and best wishes. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Professor Rangland. Would President Tripathi please come to the central lectern? At this commencement, we are honored to confer baccalaureate degrees earned at the University at Buffalo. Baccalaureate degrees authorized by the State University of New York Board of Trustees will now be conferred. Will the candidates for baccalaureate degrees please stand and remain at their seats? Up, 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 up. Woohoo! Here we go. President Tripathi, on behalf of the faculty of the university, I have the honor of recognizing these candidates. They have met all the requirements of the university and are recommended to you by the faculty for the baccalaureate degree.
By the authority of the trustees and the Chancellor of the State University of New York and the Council and the faculty of the University at Buffalo, I now confer upon you the baccalaureate degree with all the rights and privileges thereto pertaining. You may now move your tassels from right to the left. Congratulations.
Please be seated.
Ladies and gentlemen, in a few moments our graduates will come forward to be introduced and then be greeted by President Satish Tripathi and Dean Robin Schulze. As each graduate leaves the stage, he or she will be presented with a congratulatory packet. Graduates, once you have received your packet, please take your seat. We'll bring the candidates forward in the following manner. Students seated on the right side of the floor as you're looking at the stage will be called forward, starting from the front row, moving towards the rear. We've arranged our departments on the floor alphabetically, starting with art up front on the right and moving back to the Department of Mathematics. We will move over to the left side of the floor seating, starting with the Media Study Department and continuing through to Theater and Dance. Students chose seats with friends within their departments, so the students are not alphabetically arranged in their departments. Each of our graduating students' names will be read as he or she appears on the big screens. We would kindly ask that spectators with cameras remain in their seats and not attempt to approach the floor, as this creates a safety problem. Thank you for your patience during this brief timeout. Our ceremony will resume briefly.
The graduates will now receive congratulations from President Tripathi and Dean Schulze. We'll begin with the student banner marshal and our student speaker. The rest of our graduates will then be introduced by department, beginning with the Department of Art. From Social Sciences Interdisciplinary Program, Madeline Elmanowski.
Anissa Evelyn.
From the Department of Art, Casey May.
Ju Young Hong.
Taj Taylor.
David Lee.
Quinn Yuen.
Dylan Eggenberg.
Hadass Kalmanovsky.
Allison Katz.
Andrew Batali.
Bethany Jones.
Morgan DeGangi.
Benjamin Tunuson.
Rami Caesar.
Cassandra Heluzot.
Cheryl Toure.
Josie Salvador.
Janaya Harris.
Zuana Ozang.
Stephen John Pierre.
Ken Colarusso.
Drew Towers.
Joseph Rono.
Lee New.
Lindsay Felix.
William Liu.
William Chang.
Zachary Daddis.
Aisha Moki.
Troy Wahala.
Christina Tom.
Grace Chelik.
Grace Clark.
Alicia McMahon.
Tianjun Catherine.
Sun Ma.
Dusun Lee.
Habiba Adalal.
Ruben Manopla.
Audrey Kyle.
Leanne Goldblatt.
Morgan Wanzer.
Jiabao Du.
Zishan Ma.
Senna Arman.
From the Department of Biological Sciences, Uzma Sharif,
Anaya Turner,
Kayla McCrae,
Alexandra Montero,
Teresa Lee,
Darlene Oleman Chame,
Samantha Bomber,
Ryan Kaminsky,
Nigel Marine,
Yakyun Im,
Amy True,
Cynthia Chan,
Madison Cooper,
Haley Battaglia,
Elizabeth RNRA,
Marissa Catanzaro,
Vincent Scozzaro,
Taylor Mautner,
Casey Webb,
Nagin Yazdani,
Shirley Wong,
Elizabeth Kaplan,
Natalia Cresposota Rosado,
Morgan Nelson,
Cara Louise Gerlach,
Sarah Alhorebi,
Sarah Camille,
Max Bartashevsky,
Joseph Gentile,
Michaela Yaskolski,
Kelsey Brown,
Taylor Wersbicki,
Janetta Pyanchovich,
Erin Hutchins,
Chelsea Gulemi,
Regina Sukdio,
Degmo Musa,
Ajak Sire,
Elena Rosenberg,
Jessica Dowling,
Lynn Gross,
James Simonelli,
Nafis Midwasik Taha,
Lynn Cedar,
Jesse Pelosi,
Andrea Tufekcic,
Skylar Kelly,
Kirsten Dean,
Ann Bennett,
Jana Flora,
Angelica Romero,
Elena Denisovich,
Zoe Tomlinson,
Nefray Demetrius,
Al-Harith Abdel Razak,
Wazeh Zafur,
Hamza Ahmed,
Sheikh Mohsin,
Tarek Babar,
Hassan Gafour,
Jenny Tu,
Lena Hamimidu,
Christopher Schmidt,
Andrew Bose,
Iwa Carolina Durda,
Lauren Kennedy,
Paul Inzerillo,
Nikki Pradhan,
Victoria Jędrzejczyk,
Nicole Roeder,
Dominique Semple,
Anissa Taher,
Marissa Sider,
Vivian Yang,
Lauren Bandera,
Vanessa Alexander,
Shelia Lin,
Paige Moreno,
Zara Farouk,
Esther Oladunjoje,
Chelsea Adeze Chisbo,
Nana Ayolua,
Prita Patel,
Kelly Flaherty,
Erica Beck,
Joanna Papasmiris,
Megan Montroy,
Taylor Knabel,
Nathaniel Lyons,
Cassidy Bartlett,
Jocelyn Coolera,
Brittany Kumpf,
Anna Kay Adamson,
Charity Hill,
Nicholas Lott,
Brandon Sturt,
Rachel Reagan.
Heather Von Hagel.
Namdi Amalu.
Christine Hickey.
Rebecca Kaye.
K. Don Robertson.
Nam Nguyen.
Bridget Singh.
Ijeoma Anakamanu.
Elliot Flint.
Deanna Jo France.
Caleb Raymond.
Liam Kylie Lowe.
Varun Kadaba.
Natalie Sweeney.
Christopher Sullivan.
J. Teresa Padama Ruby.
Selena Gilmore.
Elena Egan.
I have Elena Egan also. Anissa Box. Thank you. Anissa Box.
Cassandra Alicia.
Demonte Curry.
Francis Querding.
Prince Chiver.
Stephen Ajay.
Kavis Ketari.
Mariah Ashley Luce.
Monica Chai.
Hang Lin.
Teresa Chong.
Anthony Sosi.
Matthew Flaytock.
Bailey Farmer.
Alondra Romero.
Diana Tasson.
Thu Pham.
Sherry Galkin.
Ghazi Nather Ghazi.
Anthony Slizogowski.
Yangshan Yan.
Quentin Schill.
Brandon Yip.
Najila Sedike.
Krithika Kumar.
Sarah Khalil.
Jasmeet Ojila.
Anmol Patel.
Welby Kalaparekal.
Tenzin Gailpro.
Lakpa Kangsar.
From the Department of Chemistry, Walid Mubarez.
Cherish Adeshola.
Jacob Imino.
Hunter Kowalski.
Gabriel Palicki.
Francisco Lazo Cruz.
Sovinder Singh.
Genesis Gil Torres.
Catherine Thompson.
Kazuki Nakajima.
Diane Cuervo.
Daniel Burke.
Huishi Lee.
Sarah Thompson.
Philip Lindhurst.
Stephen Carroll.
Mengwen Jing.
Allison Holdsworth.
Saloni Malik.
Jessica Livin.
Zhu Jing Wang.
Allison Handel.
Marcus Romano.
Adana Wankwo.
Adikini Strawn.
Christina Adolphe.
Patrice Cunningham.
Edlin Williams.
Janisha Robinson.
Wei Jun Sung.
Shashina Harding.
Christine O.
Joyce Liu.
Alejandra Lily Enrique.
Remy Roslevich.
Samantha Telarico.
And Jayla Najir.
Dorcas Nsumbu.
Vichia Coy.
Jocelyn Hancock.
Rachel Smolinski.
Ali Hussein.
Ronald Jerozal.
Joshua Barris.
Carolyn Gibbons.
Thomas Victor.
Warren Barrett.
from the Program of Environmental Sciences, Serena Nichols.
Helen Toledo.
Nathan Glowney.
Daniel Korf.
Hannah Annunziata.
Amber Bartlett.
Jessica Walsh.
Catherine Schultzeis.
Tori Coral.
Christopher Bolt.
Jared Sims.
Cameron Calburn.
Jesse Nolan.
Connor Armstrong.
Scott Kamsey.
Malin Wynn.
Virginia Head.
From the Department of Geology, Kayla Hollister.
Byron Garcia.
Alexander Percy.
Matthew Fiore.
Owen Ogioni.
Brian Wazalewski.
Lilia Popendek.
Michael Jolly.
From the Department of Mathematics, Jeffrey Fong.
Junsan O.
Donovan Green.
Kartik Garg.
Chimnani Rame.
Evan Wally.
Matthew Eichhorn.
Marina Kaczmarek.
Rebecca Agliata.
Tianki Lu.
Mio Ottinger.
Samuel Ramirez.
Elias Ali.
Matthew Magiera.
Thomas Parker.
Leon Naidu.
Avanish Govaker.
Jasprit Grewal.
Kendrich Trung.
Colin Sacco.
Maya Morrison.
Zen Zhu.
Anu Awalade.
Khalid Nassar.
Aldo Cortez.
Kristen Cameron.
Brendan McMahon.
Shi Yin Li An.
John Ferrick.
Suyash Singhal.
Chase Claydwan.
Matthew Jerio.
Zachary Kaplan.
Kristen Clamon.
Destiny Diaz.
Ann Lee.
Hongji Chui.
Shingen Chen.
Haiyu Cheng.
Shen Shi.
Jie Zheng.
Juahi Huang.
Hu Wang.
Jiajun Lu.
Hai Wang Ji.
Ru Yun Yang.
Xiao Jing Fu.
Xu Yin Chen.
Jinyi Jin.
Sanera Mondigarian.
Shu Wang.
Cyril Dunham.
Burkan Yakub.
Won Jo Chen.
Yu Chu Onu.
Guan Yu Chen.
Anthony Williams.
Emily Zhang.
Kayla Huff.
Arita Gogo.
Kaylee Martins.
Zachary Dens.
Nicholas Borsek.
Dennis Held.
Michael Gerdes.
Brandon Walker.
Palkit Sudani.
Rahu Prasanna.
Jing Ye Tan.
From the Department of Media Study, Dondre Nicholas.
Samuel Wintermantle.
Rei Shen.
Wenchao Lu.
Ihan Song.
Austin Nagelout.
Yushan Xia.
Emily DeSantis.
Melissa May.
Kanishka Wainanaka.
Manu Roy.
Johannan McDowell.
David Watts.
Delaney Best.
Sharif Carey.
Taylor Moy.
Emily McGilvray.
Erica Bass.
William McMahon.
Gabrielle Aristobal.
Daniel Badash.
Chumbum Bay,
Terry Guan,
Lawrence Chen,
Jeremy Lesser,
Kyle Forth,
Kyle Yogelski,
Michael Udnick,
Kyle LeBlanc,
Adam Koning,
Loga Benson,
Louis Tavalia,
Caitlin Madison,
Benjamin Lubiarski,
Matthew Simonetti,
Anthony Mazzanti,
Carly Pinter,
Bo Haynes Blumenthal,
Alexa Russin,
Jesse Robeson,
Hao Wong,
Andrew Racemus,
Trayvon Liggins,
Justin Alivar,
Jia Liu,
Stephanie Sway,
Faisal Salam,
Samuel Hall,
From the Department of Music, Cameron Jackson,
Jared Destro,
Thane Wilcox,
Joseph Vertino,
Julia Ann Cordani,
Kevin Teragnoli.
Adrian Asaf Guadalupe,
From the Department of Physics, Paul Yoon,
Kevin O'Brien,
Julia Cabral,
Jordan Williams,
Tyler Siskar,
Shashank Pethanka,
Hannah Waldo,
Blanca Nino,
Alex Hilbert,
from Social Sciences Interdisciplinary Programs, Matanya Volmi,
Philippa Bogard,
Joshua Maddox,
Annie Lee,
Allison Dressing,
Sherman Sultana,
Selwa Omir,
Faweza Ajan,
Ama Jemfi,
Melanie Silva,
Asha Harrigan,
Megan Jarvis,
Brian Kendrick,
Tanae Carpenter Morris,
Alexis Majakford,
Gabrielle Steele,
Yatunde Alice,
Amibola Thomas,
Avery Stern,
Heather Filorowski,
Spencer Woodyard,
Yesenia Rodriguez,
Leonardo Hernandez Gomez,
Amar Al-Harabi,
Aramose Agomon,
Brendan Costello,
Khadija Mohammed,
James Rosenman,
Mariah Booker,
Constance Miller,
Precious Prescott,
Janisa Reed,
Miranda Foster,
Aaron Freeman,
Josie Henry,
Brian Guevara,
Amy Parker,
Samantha Sodaro,
Gabrielle Kistner,
Danielle Dolan,
Heidi Conroy,
Nicole Avila,
Chanel Williams,
Chevanice Lawrence,
Ifi Akinsheye,
Donna Fiore,
Nicole Brophy,
Christopher Yu,
Stephen Mason,
Stephen George,
Jacob Doyle,
Mark Begovich,
Caitlin Hawks,
Rena Brandt,
Sydney Alford,
Kanina Pollen,
Angela Jameson,
Chantel Grant,
Sabria Hamilton,
Justin Allen,
Nicholas Smith.
Lucas Silvis.
Justin Patrick.
Madeline Jakumski.
Vanna Gatsonis.
Xavier Medina.
Patrick Youngs.
Dominique Wassinger.
Nathaniel Lent.
Shamsunisa Gianni.
Alexandra Ambrosio.
Stantane Lee.
Aubrey Morgan Snyder.
Laura Hooper.
Lenore Rinaldo.
Lauren Mai.
Tasha Evans.
Judson Logan.
Melinda Cave.
Carly Leffler.
Elizabeth De Palma.
Timothy Ryan.
Morgan Jones.
Nicole Jaffe.
Jessica Barris.
Alec Flores.
Andy Yu Huang.
Tyona Epps.
Neo Marie Rivera.
Karishma Kemraj.
Delilah Gonzalez.
Julissa Lorenzo.
Adeteo Adeole.
Brenda Lynn Hernandez.
Gabriela Jimenez.
DeMarco McElhaney.
Jennifer Blair.
Kyle E. Simone.
Renzo Abaldonado.
Genevieve Rao.
Kristen Ferraro.
Alexandra Torres.
Joshua Lagerwall.
Montel McRae.
Nicholas Perkins.
Ayalakia Shadete.
Kayla Godsden.
Autumn Jones.
Brittany Morrison.
Raven Jordan.
Lara Bickelhop.
Michelle Espinosa.
Farine Ferdos.
Kristen Codflesh.
Chelsea Omoma.
Jamila Abdulakam.
Shannon Mitchell.
Madeline Mitchell.
Dominic DeFilia.
Andrea Modica Amor.
Jair Zia.
Sharon Sado.
Kylie Millman.
Narita Carr.
Dylan Quattrucci.
Julia Carey.
Leslie Durham.
Connor Bonelli.
Nicole Holtz.
Natalia Kapanian.
Nico Calderon,
Tyree Jackson.
Chi Hoon Kim,
Shi-Wan Kim.
Naya Spence,
Anaya Hempel Jones.
Zara Hussein,
Adam Barnese.
Christine Kwan,
Tiffany Hong.
Christine Wan,
Stephen Constantino.
Carl Serena,
Melanie Yang.
Tierra Moore,
Shania McNeil.
Tiffany McBean,
Elliot Bildakoff.
Emma Ryder,
Adriana Chubulkovsky.
Amanda Barata,
Tara Hanlon.
Natalie Conforti,
Selena DiCarlo.
Jennifer Guroli,
Chelsea Whitney.
Christina Haji Georgie,
Leah Perdue.
Lavonte Armwood,
Hannah Mechanic.
Shira Mosseri,
Adriana Odioke.
Kazim Rashid Ali,
Angela Denise Diaz,
Katra Robertson,
Brianna Baker,
Lace Smith,
Kimberly Milan,
Anthony Fragnoli,
Patrick O'Brien,
James Devine,
Danny Boychuk,
Jamila Nicholas,
Melissa Patron,
Melanie Bernard,
Richard Strother,
Vanessa Tavares,
Alexis Keto,
Kaylee Weber,
Abror Ardol Fadil,
Lucy Lee,
Sarah John,
Paulina Godorab,
Hope Perot,
Brianna Becker,
Cynthia Ozarzak,
Crystal Gonzalez,
Catalina Guzman,
Gabriela Laverde,
Stephanie Nunez,
Juliet Martinez,
Giselle Glanville,
Champagne Silva,
Dalton Robinson,
Emily Steen,
Nicole Montanaro,
Corinne Shear,
Madison Fivas,
Amy Schmelter,
Brittany Bay Croyle,
Spencer Finewood,
Sierra Hernandez,
Nico Ferrugio,
Jamie Giusner,
Christopher Mahoney,
Allie McLaughlin,
Sophia Liu,
Kejana Rogers,
Daniel Corto,
Christopher Freer,
Darius Huggins,
Nicholas Loret,
Sydney Schaus,
Hiri Patel,
Jessica Peratis,
Jordan Trudeau,
Megan Vanek,
Tatiana Cooper,
Crystal Bish,
Oneida Nkuma,
Andrea Amotan,
Cassidy McGee,
Alexandra Aber,
Matthew Liu,
Trudy Chen,
Jacqueline Chung,
Tariana Bonnet,
From the Department of Theater and Dance, Jamie Harmon,
Sawyer Matheny,
Michaela Pace,
Carolyn Zobel,
Kevin Kusi,
Melissa Steinmuller,
Catherine Zader,
Heather Dorler,
Samantha Tallard,
Carly Kleinman,
Zoe Rudolph,
Shakora Domingo,
Amanda Klimek,
Gabriela Mamelmi,
Mariah Markowitz,
Caitlin Arnold,
Barry Williamson,
Charles E. Coyle,
Kat Bark,
Madison Powers,
Ginger Page,
Hannah Lucas,
Olivia Loveson,
Aurora Hastings,
Alana Orlando,
Catherine Youngman,
Catherine Meltzer,
Joseph Crumlish,
Gina Bolacucci,
Aliza Schneider,
Jeremiah King,
Sarah Seitz,
Emily Williams,
Yo, Khalil Newkirk,
Tyler Vendetto,
Selena Iozo,
Taylor Burrows,
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you class of 2019.
Awesome. You all rock! Wow, it's great. Class of 2019, I charge you all to stay close to your alma mater and to come back to campus often so that you can remind the generations to come of their place in our true tradition of excellence. I am pleased now to introduce the president of the University at Buffalo Alumni Association, Michael Anderson, who graduated from UB in 1997 and also earned a master's degree from the UB School of Management in 2017. Help me get up.
Thank you, Dean Schulze. It is an honor to be here today standing in front of so many ambitious minds ready to take on the world. Today, you are counted among the nearly 270,000 alumni worldwide. This is a powerful network that can assist you on your life's journey. As you celebrate today, I hope you'll reflect on your UB journey. Remember what brought you to UB. Remember your first classes and the professors that have made a lasting impression, the experiences that are uniquely UB, and of course, the lifelong friendships that you have developed. Be sure to stay connected with your alma mater. Your UB journey doesn't end today at commencement. Members of the College of Arts and Sciences Class of 2019, you are now officially part of the UB Alumni Association. Lastly, in your packet that I just handed out, you will find a UB glow stick. Let this be the spark to your light for your true blue path. Please take out your glow sticks and enjoy this short video montage commemorating the last 4 years. Congratulations.
At this time, Ms. Burrows, Ms. Iozzo, and Professor D'Amato will perform the first verse of the University Alma Mater. We invite you all to sing along. The lyrics are available on page 44 of your program. We ask that you stand for the Alma Mater and please remain standing at your seats until the platform party has departed the arena.
Our spirit and tradition, our alma mater's truth and name declare. Celebrate our history and wisdom. Oh, let us all prepare to sing her glory. To Buffalo, all hail to thee, noble and strong. It's our university, to blue and white. Pledge loyalty, singing I will always remember thee.
Professor Ralabate will now close the ceremony. Professor Ralabate.
Thank you. I declare this 2019 commencement of the University at Buffalo to be officially concluded. Congratulations.